What up, man? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Ain't nobody here yet, but hey, the heck. Figured I'd go live a little bit. I guess I'll just go ahead and get started talking because I hadn't been live in a while and wanted to come out here and say a few words uh, as to what I've been up to because I was trying to be consistent with some stuff up until Thanksgiving. And I think I got out. My last video was the last Friday going into the week of Thanksgiving. We was going out of town that week, so we left, went to Birmingham, my wife's family. Got here. Well, actually, I think we left that Monday. I can't remember. At any rate, we got here that Monday. What's up, y'all? We got here that Monday, Birmingham, chilling. They had already started cooking. I was going to the grocery store, getting ready for Thanksgiving. And Tuesday morning, I called my homeboy. Now, you guys have probably heard me mention this brother, the All-American that I played ball with in high school. Me and his brother was real close, man. We used to talk. We talked every day. Like, it was not every day, but every week. We would at least talk once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying? He was somebody I would be considered a brother, to be honest with you. So I called Tuesday morning about 9 o'clock, about this time, right? What's up, Dominic? So when I called Tuesday morning, he doesn't answer. 1:30 comes around. He calls back, right? I see him on the call ID. I answer the phone. It's his wife. He has an African wife. And so she said, yeah, were you calling for James? I said, yeah. I was calling for my boy. I was just trying to touch base with him. She says he's laying dead on the floor, right? And so I'm like, she's like, this is how she did it. Like, just pull the Band-Aid off type of. Yes, he's dead. He's laying on the floor right now. That's how she said it. I was like, what? And it just didn't compute, bro. I'm like, wait, man, we just talked. This the same dude that had just had his leg amputated, and I'm not being funny. He was a big guy. I mean, he wasn't fat though. He was all, but he was tall. He's about 6'8", 6'9". What's up, Ray Gun? He about 6'8", 6'9". Man, this dude played ball. I'm talking about I met this dude in like 1984. Okay, we talking 41 years I'd have known this brother. Right? Pencil fight. Back in the day, Michael Jackson beating on the desk. That type, way back in that era. Right? So me and this brother go way back. What's up, Cyrus? And his wife tells me that he dead on the floor. And I sit there and I talk to her. And then I get off the phone, I go up, and it just hit me, bro. Like, damn. It hit me because I was like, my boy dead. This dude I've been knowing all this time. Me and him pretty close, and he died. And so it got me, bro. It really got me, man. I was depressed, man. I have been depressed, bro. Like, just thinking like, damn, because he got a son that's like 3 years older than mine. He's always talking about what he wanted to do in the future. The last time I talked to him, he was talking about he was going to go out and he's like, man, I'm going to get this prosthetic leg and I'm finna hit the gym and I'm finna do. I was like, okay, bet. Because I was like, even though that happened, it was a below the knee amputation. So I said, well, man, at least, this God way of getting you. He had just buried his mom 9 days before he died. Okay, so we talking, this brother been going through it, right? Mom died. She had cancer. I felt depressed about that. I was already calling him, trying to check on him, man. You all right? I know how he felt about his mama, just like most men do, right? And so when that happens, I'm like, okay. I'm just thinking about him, worried about him. Like, man, worried about my boy. Let me call. Hey, man, you all right? So, man, his cousin called me that same, like, about a couple hours later, about like 4, 5 in the afternoon, after I just found out he dead, right? And that's when all the other stuff starts. He started telling me all this other stuff that was going on with him, right? Come to find out, my boy had been in a diabetic coma. He didn't even tell me, bro. He had been like he was going through it health-wise. He was on dialysis. I didn't know. I did not know he was on dialysis. I didn't know he had been through a diabetic coma because we had a couple of weeks where we kind of missed each other. We didn't talk here, didn't talk there. So when I said, man, what you been up to? When I finally talked to him, he was all right. You know, I thought I didn't know he had been through that. And he was real private, not telling nobody, because had he told me, I would have got my ass in the car, drove up here, and been up here like, hey, man, we're going to get this together. You know, trying to hold him accountable, fasting, prayer, all that, right? And he was telling me how he had grown in his relationship with the Lord. And so I was like, okay, well, you know, that's good. But I didn't know that this was going on. Not only does his cousin tell me that, but this is when I really, like, okay, he on dialysis, he's going through all this. Then he turns around and tells me that his wife was messing with another man. They was on the way to divorce. And I was like, what? You know, so he has this African wife, right? She's Kenyan. And he starts telling me all this stuff about her and what she was. And I remember when she called me initially, she said some stuff. I said, well, I thought he, you know, because when she told me some stuff about what she was trying to set up for him. I mean, because he had just died and what she's trying to do. I said, well, yeah, you know, if you need anything, let me know. But I know he had stuff together. And she just turns around and says, no, he's a pathological liar. He probably told you a lie that's not true. Whatever he told you is probably not true. That's what she said, right? Now, he dead. He's laying on the floor. You just found out like 45 minutes. The paramedics just left. The body's on the floor. The coroner's coming to get the body, okay? That's what's going on. And she's talking about he a pathological liar, right? Somebody that didn't sit right. I'm like, why is she up here talking about this man a pathological liar? Then she turned around and say some junk to me. Hey, what's that coming out of his mouth? He dead. They just did chest compressions. His organs probably busted open. Ain't no telling. Cardiac arrest, the man is dead, and that's what you say? But it didn't, the lady just hit me in the stomach. I didn't even know this, right? All this has been on me, bro. Like, I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. My boy died. He had dialysis. They cut his leg off. They let him go at his job because he was sick, so they let him go, which is kind of whack, right? So you had all this going on, right? And I'm thinking about this like, damn, man, his mama just died. All that shit on my boy. Bro, it hurt. It hurt me. And I know that sounds selfish to even think of, but it's not about me, it's about him. But when he died, I was like, whoa, you know, it just hit me, bro. I just have not had the zeal to get online and bump my gums and talk about politics or anything. I just hadn't felt like it. I just hadn't been up to it because I felt like that was just one of those situations where it's unfortunate that my boy done lost his life. And come to find out, his wife is out here and she with another man. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this is what's even crazy. Like the next day, his cousin called me. That was like Tuesday. Wednesday, I talked to his cousin. He tells me that when the body was in there on the ground, she done called the nigga she was sleeping with. He done come over there and he's sitting up there with the kids talking about we still gonna be a family. Bro, let me tell you something. You know how much of a cold-hearted ass nigga you got to be to do some shit like that? This man's body in there on the floor, her treacherous ass. Man, let me tell you something, bro. So I'm mad and hurt at the same time. I'm mad, angry, and hurt about the whole situation. See what I'm saying? This is why I ain't been going live. I just ain't been going live because when some stuff like that happened, it bothered you, man. I've been depressed. I was depressed, bro. I was. They buried him Saturday, man. I was so depressed, man. I just didn't have anything on the inside of me to even want to go. I ain't want to talk about nothing. I had nothing to talk about. I was like, man, I don't want to talk about nothing. My boy is dead. You know what I'm saying? Me and this dude was our birthday. He was born 24 hours before I was. Okay? Me and this dude been tight like for years. So it just, man, It get me, bro. Like, and my thing is, at the end of the day, us as black men, we have got to take care of ourselves. We have got to take care. If you ain't at the gym, you can at least skip breakfast, fast, try to eat late lunches, try to fast 16 hours a day minimum. At least do that. Get in the sauna. Those are things you can do without having it. It ain't gonna hurt you just to sit in a hot steaming sauna. It ain't gonna hurt you one bit. But you gotta do something, man. Don't sit up here and let your life pass you by. Because that's what happened to my boy, man. His wife out here, and you know, they say he had some performance issues. It don't matter. You out here bouncing up and down on another nigga, that got to take something from you as a man. It got to. It got to. That's what I've been thinking about. Like, what was my boy suffering through before he died? What was he suffering through? See what I'm saying? She got her little scandalous ass out here sleeping with another nigga, bringing it. You got some nerve to bring this nigga to my house and I'm dead and there on the floor? What type of nigga is you to come in there? You don't fear God, bro. Ain't no way in the world you gonna come in there talking about, oh, well, we gonna still be. I would be afraid to walk in this man's house. He done died. I just ain't, man, you know what? And I know everybody talking about they fear God. I know it's whatever. Everybody's talking. A lot of people like to talk. But with me, when I saw that, when my boy called me, when his cousin called me and told me that, man, it just took something out of me, man. It just has. It just wasn't the same Thanksgiving. We tried to go to the game, you know, little classic game. I just don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? I know God has still blessed me. I'm still here by the grace of God myself. So I got to live on and do my thing. But at the end of the day, it scares me for a lot of us as black men that we don't take care of ourselves. We don't. We don't take care of ourselves. He died of cardiac arrest. We don't take care of ourselves, and then you want to be private. And I understand, man, as men, me and this dude talked hours, man, all the time about life, sports, being husbands, being fathers, our kids, and what we want to do for our kids. And he had all these plans. This, my nigga, we talking about from the 80s, bro. This one hit different, man. And I'm going to tell you something, man, this is the second tight person that I was real tight with that died. Listen, you don't get that many people in life that you rock with that long, that you tight with, that die, that you gonna get. You just don't. So for me, it's sad because I'm like, you know, my wife told me, she said, you know, men and particularly black men need community. Y'all need each other. Say, you can talk to me, you can come around me, but you need the energy of another man to be around. We do, because we got different mindsets, different views on stuff. We vibe off each other. I'm gonna be honest with you, I come from a family where we don't like talk about friendship. It's just, you know, I remember my dad didn't have a lot of friends. I remember. My dad died at 66. He ain't had nobody. He would see dudes, they'll dap each other. Hey man, how you been? Talk, and he gone. They don't talk no more. I can only name maybe 2 of my dad's friends, maybe 3. And that guy was a guy he had a working relationship with. So I don't even know if they was really friends. And it just, for me, man, just to sit and know that my boy suffered his last, you know, months of his life like he did with a, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man, you marry a woman and this is the thing, because I'm starting to look at a lot of stuff, man. I'm just thinking about a lot. This is number one reason why you don't see me putting up other women from other countries on pedestals. Because God done it, when I need you to be with me and ride with me and rock with me, no matter where I'm at, if I'm in America or if I'm in Kenya or wherever country you from, if you ain't got my back, if you ain't with me, then what are we doing? What are we doing? That's why I don't put women on pedestals from foreign countries. Because I played ball long enough, I've been overseas long enough, and I dated enough women overseas to see they ain't hitting on nothing just like any other woman. This is crazy, man. Not franchise, no, not franchise. Franchise played with me in college. I met him in college. Nah, this is my other homeboy. Y'all don't know him. I call him Big Mud. Y'all might have heard me say, man, Big Mud, my boy Big Mud, da-da-da. That's him. This dude, man. I used to call, man, what's up, man? He worked from home. So I would call during the day and do stuff. I went to his funeral. Man, I got him to say some words, but I couldn't even finish it, bro. I couldn't finish it. You don't know you're going to be like that. You don't know how this stuff will take a hold of you till you get put in it. You don't know how much you care about folks till they dead. It's sad. You don't know how much a person mean to you until they land there in a casket and you thinking, damn, this the dude that I would always go to. He conservative, I'm conservative. He a believer, I'm a believer. We talked about everything. He's a LeBron fan. Now I couldn't understand that part. That's something we would disagree on right there. I'm like, bro, we had a big argument. The last time we talked about LeBron, he gonna tell me he doing the right thing with his son. I'm like, what? So that turned into a big one. But it doesn't matter, man. That shit is frivolous. At the end of the day, I can care less about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That didn't matter to me. What matters to me is getting that time with people that you love, letting them know you love them. You got homeboys. You probably don't even think that, man, because some guys, I ain't trying to be funny, man. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I just check my body fat. I'm 17% body fat. I'm not out of shape. I'm in great shape for my age, but I don't think I'm not talking about myself. I'm thinking, man, we young. We ain't that old. Man, I got 2 homeboys dead already. I don't have many other dudes that I'm that tight with. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like that, where I'm thinking man, folks ain't gonna start dying till we get another 15, 20 some years. I done already lost 2 of my homeboys. Another one of my teammates died not too long ago. The one I played with in high school. I ain't seen him. I kept telling myself, man, I'm gonna go up there and holler at Dietrich, man. Go up there and holler at my boy, man. I ain't seen him since high school. I'm gonna go holler at him. He in Auburn. I ride by Auburn all the time. And I'm thinking, man, I'm stopping Auburn. I need to stop in Auburn and holler at Dietrich. Me and him need to go get a drink or something, just chill. He dead. Dead. Just died a couple of months ago. That messed me up. Guess who I called? My big mud. I said, hey, man, so-and-so, man, died. He's like, really? Yeah, man. We got to take care of ourselves. We had that conversation. He probably was just coming off a diabetic coma. Kidneys done shut down. He on dialysis. And I ain't even know. And listen, man, part of me is upset because I feel like, man, why you ain't tell me? What would I have done? I would have tried to keep him accountable. I would have tried to, and this is the thing, man, when when they, the Bible talks about, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. This is the thing you got to look at. Women, a lot of times, I'm married, bro. My wife get on my last nerve about my health. And I'm in shape, right? I go run, I can run, I can jump, I lift weights, I'm in the sauna, I'm taking supplements, I'm doing all the stuff I'm supposed to do. Not everything, because my blood pressure be kind of high. She on my ass about it. At least 3 times a week. Did you take this? She going and getting some lemons and some apple cider vinegar and some beets, cause she make juices. So she make the beet juice. She make a big mason jar of that every week, and I drink it. I sip on it throughout the week till my urine is red. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. But she's steady doing that, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And she say, now you see why I do what I do. But my thing is, and listen, the boy gone, but I wonder, was his wife on top of it? I just, cause I'm like, let me tell you how crazy she was, man. His mama died 3 weeks ago, right? He did go to the funeral. His cousin, the one that called me, Tony, had to ride up there and pick him up and bring him down to Montgomery to his mama's funeral. His wife gets dropped off by the nigga that she's sleeping with. He dropped her off at the funeral. You know how scandalous you got to be if me and you married, my mama done died and you riding with another nigga? Let me tell you something, bro. This the thing, bro. It goes even worse. It's even worse than that, bro. I can keep telling you. Do you know she wanted to bring that nigga to the funeral and called his brother, because his brother the only one left. His brother and his dad, the only one left. Called his brother. His brother's like, hell no, he ain't coming in here. She was finna bring the nigga to the funeral. Bro, let me tell you something, man. I talked to a couple of his cousins. We finna beat that nigga ass. I ain't even tell my wife. Like, yeah, they said they gonna jump on him. I was gonna jump on his ass. He'd have came up in there. Let me tell you something. That nigga had came up in there and we'd have saw that nigga. All they had to do was point him out. That's it. That's it. You disrespectful, bro. Bring your ass up in here. She disrespectful. Then let me tell you what's crazy, man. This is why I'm telling you guys. This is why I do not put women on pedestals from other countries, because they just as scandalous. We at the doggone funeral. What I'm gonna take a wild guess, because my wife did this with her homegirl. Tell me what y'all think that we had for the funeral meal. What was the repast? What we had at the repast? Chicken, right? What else? What else? When black folks get together for stuff like that, what else we gonna put in there? Green beans, rice, chicken, a roll. Tell me that's universal. I can go to, now we have no chitlins, you know, but if you go anywhere across America, some things are universal with us. And you could be from New York, you can be from California, you could be from Chicago, you could be from Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, it don't matter. That what I just named off is what you will see at a funeral in a slice of cake. That's it. That was the meal. Now I ain't gonna lie, the chicken was delicious. I don't know who cooked it, but we was talking about it. Man, this is good, you know. So my wife's sitting up there. His wife comes in. Nobody really talking to her ass, because everybody already kind of know what time it is, right? She sits over there. She go hug my wife. I'm over there talking to some of his cousins. We talking about stuff about my boy Andre. Like, yeah, man, remember that time? You know, we just talking, and they over there talking. So my wife say, look, I'm finna go to the car. I already knew she was pissed about something. So she going to the car. Like so I like, look, man, we about to go. This is like right when we about to leave. We get up, we walk into I go to the car. I said, what's up? She said, you know that bitch told me, talking about the food is nasty. And she said, I should have got some Africans to cook it. That's what she said at this man's funeral, at his repast. As if we want that nasty shit. Listen, if you African, no disrespect. I've ate African food. I'm not the biggest fan of African food. I'm not. So, bro, let me tell you something. She said that shit. She said, man, it took all I had not to cuss her ass clean out. Like, you coming up in this man's funeral, you sleeping, you cheating on him. Then you gonna talk about the food that you didn't pay for? Oh yeah, by the way, he had a 401k. So this the thing, my boy had a 401k. Apparently he done took her name off of it. That's how they was mad. They was still married, but she over at the nigga house. She was always with the nigga, trying to like this has been going on. You that damn sex crazed that you can't even stay with your husband when he's sick on dialysis. So anyway, I'm just, he took her ass off the damn 401k, right? And so she fighting, not trying to get the 401k. He got his son on there. His son only 12, so 13 or 12. So she couldn't pay for the funeral. His brother paid for it. And I said, man, I hope her ass don't get a dime. Because if she get it, if she get it, I know what she gonna do. Take a wild guess what she gonna do if she gets 401k. She gonna fly all her little African relatives over here off this man dime, off his hard-earned money. That's what she gonna do. That's what she's gonna do. She gonna start flying her little nasty ass cousins and all them over here. Nobody got time for that. See, this the thing, man. Like, you know, because my boy, I used to talk to him. He used to tell me all the time, his wife would take him around she would take him around little different Africans up here in Birmingham. They'll have little events and stuff. And they just comfortably come out and just start dragging African Americans like we just. And he would just, you know, he's a conservative. He would understand some of it, but he'll be like, they'll just be like that about, they don't distinguish. They not like, yeah, man, you got certain black people, da, da, da. They don't do that. They just sweeping all across all black people, and to the point they'll say something like, I would, like, they daughters, they would raise their daughters. Now, our daughters American now. Their daughters will look like and talk like one of us. But their daughters would all, like, he would go to church with them. They'll be all bringing white boys. They would not. They would go, I'm telling you, they could be a low level ass, bottom shelf white boy. I ain't talking about no damn well-to-do, productive. I'm talking about some little bottom shelf, you know, the weed smoking, piercings in his ear and his nose, that type of white boy. Next thing you know, they happy because she got her little white boyfriend. Her cousin dragged niggas, her and my boy got in an argument. Her cousin and my homeboy got in an argument over black people. Because he's like, look, man, y'all going too far with this. He's like, because we both will laugh and joke and say stuff about black folks, and you know, black people got problems. We need to work on this. And we all know this. So I'm not. But for you to bring your ass to this country and be talking, man, look here, bro. You come into this. I have an issue with that. Like that stuff going on in Somalia with them Somalians up in Minnesota. That pissed me off. But that's what these people are your enemy. Ilhan Omar is not a friend of black people. Like this is the thing. They use the benefit of black things that black people, rights that black people earn, scholarships. They go to HBCUs, they go to predominantly white institutions on black scholarships meant for us. And so this mindset, so he had to kind of school them on a lot of stuff. Because they'll be talking real like down to the point they hate. They got names for us, little nicknames and stuff, and it's a trip, man. It's a trip. And so when I heard all this, you know, I thought, I said, man, your wife don't think like that shit? Nah, man, she cool. He used to always tell me that. No, she don't think like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. So for me, you know, I don't know. I just, for my mindset, it's just my heart, in my heart of hearts, when it comes down to it, a lot of people are not, a lot of us as black men, man, we got to be on top of it, bro. And I'm not trying to jab my boy, Lord heaven forbid. I would rather, the guy, y'all, I probably been going live every other day talking about something over the last couple of weeks, last 2.5, 3 weeks. I just ain't felt it. I hadn't felt it. It takes something out you, bro, when your boy dead. It just, guys, you don't want to feel that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes like, it's coming for all of us. We're going to all die one day, right? But it takes something out you. Take something out your wind. Take the wind out your sails, bro. When your homeboy dead, when he's sitting there lying on the floor, and his wife, then you hearing all this other grimy shit she done did. How in the hell you gonna come to this man repair talking about the food that your ass didn't even pay for? At a funeral you didn't pay for. Talking about, I should have hired some Africans. That's what she said. The hell you mean? You should have hired, so we supposed to be all sitting on the floor eating fufu? With the fish head still on the fish? Is that what you, get your ass on somewhere, man. I remember, and my wife was mad. It's like, that was some cold shit. Cold. She said, man, if something happened to you, I'd have been a mess. Say she was strong. She wiped her eyes a couple of times. They asked her to come up. His brother asked her if she wanted to come up when they was closing the casket, getting ready for us to pallbearers, for us to walk him out. And man, we was trying to get him, you know, and she didn't even want to come up. She just shook her head like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to see him no more. Closed the casket. And his cousin, the one that called me, he a pastor, he did the funeral. He ain't mention her ass. And he told me, he came over there about to cry, man, at the repast. He's like, bro, I held it in the wheel, man. I mean, I held the wheel in the road much as I could, bro. So I couldn't bring her name up. He wanted to stay. Look, he wanted her ass whooped. He said, I want her to say something. He told me. He a pastor, but he was like, man, enough is enough. And then I ain't even want to tell him about what she said about the food. You know, this stuff, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I've kind of, I just, for me, man, I don't know. I just hadn't had it lately, bro. I just hadn't had no, my heart just has been heavy this last 3 weeks. And I sometimes I'm better. I might have a little conversation. I think I talked to old dog a little bit. I talked to Tice about some stuff. But my heart is broken right now, man. It still is, bro. Like I'm hurt. That dude, man, because you gotta understand, man, this is a dude that I was like, it's just as a married man, he understood me. He was in the same place. He the only guy I can call like that. That's it. That's in my age bracket. That I mean, I still got my brother, but my brother's my brother. We got a different relationship. He's older. He just got a different relationship with him. But with my boy, it's like we always hung out. We always talked. We didn't hang out as much because I wouldn't, but we would talk every week. We would talk all the time, man. About everything. If I had a problem or something, I call, man, I'm upset by something, I call. Hey, man, how you feel about this, bro? I mean, I call a nigga talk about anything. If I talk about politics, anything, bro, we call and we'll chop it up. And so it just, for me, that's why I hadn't been doing nothing. That's why I hadn't been making no content. That's why I hadn't been saying nothing. Because I feel like us as men, number one, we need community. You do. Let me tell you something, man. God made us as social creatures. We need each other. We do. You will go crazy in a vacuum. I'm a to myself guy. I really am. I can go months. Don't go nowhere. Take my ass to the gym, come home, chill. I might make some YouTube videos, but I'm still on the phone. I'm still talking to people. We're social creatures. You still need that. Can't just sit and watch TV all day and keep to yourself. On rock with niggas, man. On rock. And I get it. Niggas can be niggas. I get it. But listen, man, you will have a better quality of life if you actually have real relationships with brothers in your same lane that's like-minded, that's trying to get where you're trying to go and trying to do the same things you're trying to do in life. You'll go further in life. You'll be happier, more fulfilled. Just in my personal opinion. I've been stabbed in the back. I had all types of grimy stuff happen to me in my life with dudes, with people that's supposed to be friends. And I got stories upon stories of being stabbed in the back. So I get it. I get why a lot of dudes don't want to rock with people, because I get it. So a lot of people don't know how to be friends, especially a lot of black people. But when you do meet those couple of people that you really cool with, that you rock with, that really genuinely want to see you succeed, that'll go and brag on you. My nigga, man, he did this. My boy did this. Bro, you better keep them in your life, bro. Keep them. Keep those relationships. Keep them. When you can call somebody and they genuinely, my nigga, I just did. I remember I sold my first house. He used to always brag on it. Man, I remember when I came in that house and you was in there trying to figure that shit out. And I remember he used to always tell me, man, I remember when I flipped houses and I did my first house, and he came home one weekend, caught me up in the house, laid out on the floor in the house, and I'm rebuilding the subflooring. I was just so happy that I was able to get that strike set to actually work. I was just laying on the floor for a second, looking up at the ceiling like, Lord have mercy. I said, man, what's up? He walked in. I said, what's up? He's like, man, why you? I said, man, I'm just taking a break, bro. I done figured this subflooring out, man. And he was like, man, you doing it. He told me. Man, about a year later, I sold that house, man. I called him. I said, man, I made $20,000, man. I did it. He's like, man, you did? Let me walk outside. My nigga, you did it? It was that. You know what I'm saying? He was happy. So I remember I told him I had a contract, man, I'm finna sell, I'm finna make it. And at the time, I had never had no $20,000 cash, man. That was the first time I ever had that kind of money. I went and bought my next house. Oh, and he was right there with me the whole time, man, rocking with me. He'll come down, check it out. I was trying to do a deal in Birmingham with him one time. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. We was trying to build together. I know he got his son. I told his son, look, man, you need anything. I got his phone number. I said, look here, bro. When you turn 18, anything you need, call me uncle. If it's anything you need, you call me. I'm gonna try to make it happen. for my boy, for him, because I know that's what he talked about. I told him, I said, he told me you wanted a dump truck or something. He talked to me about all that. He said, because he don't know if he want him to go to college. He told me the same. He talked just like me. We was the same guy. See what I'm saying? So, man, look, bro, and the way I found out, I call at 9 in the morning. He's still alive. I call. He don't answer. Call back. I'm thinking, oh, that's my boy calling me back. What's up, man? Yes, were you calling for James? I'm like, yeah. I was just trying to hit, yeah. He's dead. He's late. That's how she told me. Man, I couldn't. I said, what? He's dead. They're coming to get the body. He's laying on the floor. I'm looking at him. Like, man, it just, bro, it just ain't hit right, man. That didn't hit right for me, bro. When she said it like that, the way she said it, number one, that was something that I just couldn't get with. I couldn't vibe with. Some things you just don't do. And when she said it like that, it just, not that I cared about the fact that she said it like that at the time. At the time, I'm just like, what the hell is she saying? This cannot be true. And if I'd have knew that was the last time I was gonna talk to him, I told him, I said, man, I'm gonna pray for you, man, because he was when he told me he got his leg amputated. I said, man, let me pray for you, bro. I'm gonna call you back. We gonna pray a little bit, man. Yeah, let's do that. It's the last time I talked to him. Next thing I know, he dead. And it just, for me, bro, it just puts stuff in perspective. Like, it really does. It puts things in perspective. It just does. I hadn't really been, like I said, it just takes something out you. And you don't know how it's gonna hit you till you in that situation. And I'm at his funeral, and we up there talking about all the good times. They gave us a little minute to talk. My other homeboy told me he didn't want to come. I was mad as hell at him. I calmed down, but I'm still kind of pissed about it. I'm like, nigga, I don't give a damn what you thinking. You get your ass, you live not too far from the church. Put you some clothes on, comb your hair, and come on over here. He told me, man, I don't like being around a lot of people. Like, nigga, we done been to the club. But miss me with that. We done been to the club together. Stop, like, don't just make up some shit. That's what he did. Just made up an excuse. That pissed me off, man. Don't do that. I said, damn, man, you gonna miss my funeral? I wouldn't miss yours. Hell, I've been knowing him since like 82. So I knew you long, and I knew the other dude. Actually, we met around the same time. We met in 84. All of us met in 84. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't know, man. Nah, she Kenyan. She Kenyan. His wife is Kenyan. So, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he was, all this stuff that I heard now, you have to hear all this stuff about she let the nigga drive her to the funeral. So I'm like, you got a man you sleeping with, and he driving you to your husband's funeral? Wife? Your husband's mom's funeral. What type of nigga is you? Because I'm not driving you to, look, you want to go home. Here's the key. Go ahead. I'm not going down there. This nigga drove her down there. You know how cold-hearted you got to be? Now, it's not cold-hearted. I don't even know a word for that. Like, and listen, dudes will sleep with anything. I know. Dudes will sleep with a dead body. So it's not like, I understand dudes do that. Right? But tell you one thing I can be proud of. I never mess with a married woman, ever. Ever. I've always had those standards. I never would do that. I can't, I look at dudes like they crazy. Like, man, I ain't doing that, bro. I don't mess with married women. Never would have. When I was a single man, I wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't do it because I always felt like, man, that's ungodly, bro. I just can't do it. You married, you need to make it work with your husband. Sometimes as men, we gotta have standards, man. You can't just stick it in anything that's a hole, right? Any woman you see. And some dudes will stick it in a man. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. Sex ain't everything, bro. It ain't. You gotta have some standards, some morals, some values. Never mess with a married woman, ever. And I had some chances where I was like, ooh, man, we was feeling each other till I found out. I said, can't do it. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Won't do it. Can't stand on it. If I can't stand on it, I don't want to do it. Real talk. Now, I'd rather mess with a prostitute before I mess with a married woman. And you know that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's, for me, it just, I don't know. That's scary. It's scary. And I'm just sitting up here thinking to myself, like, damn, you know, my boy gone, man. He passed, and it just, you know, his birthday is the 30th. My birthday, December 1st. December 1st is my birthday. So we literally probably less than 24 hours apart in birth and age. Literally. You know what I'm saying? And we played ball together. He's a high school All-American, top 75 player, class of 93. You know, I was there when he signed with LSU and came home because his family was having some real issues with his mom and all types of stuff with his mama. They was going through a divorce. His family was in turmoil. He didn't want to stay too far from his family, so he came home. And everybody dragged him and talked about him like a dog. I knew that nigga wasn't gonna cut it. That nigga, he got down there and they did this. I'm like, and I knew then. I said, man, this is the thing. I'm on the bench, guys. I'm not a star player, guys. I'm just the guy that wrote the bench. He would come to my house and pick me up, and we would hang out. You the top 75 player. You in the country. You the one getting letters every left and right. He rocking with me. He would come around and holler at me. Humble. He would hang with some of the other guys too, but I was the main one. He'll come around with me. He'll come, hey man, mama gave me the car, man. Hey, let's go to AUM. Let's go ahead to Alabama State. Mama gave me the car, man. Let's go here. I heard they playing at JD. Let's go over there. That's what we used to do. You know. And it just, you know, for the life of me, I can't understand why people don't. When they dragged him like they did, they talked about him like a dog. I was one of the few people. He told me, he said, man, you had my back. You ain't turn. I'm like, why would I turn my back? I ain't give a damn about you being no ball player. We was homeboys. We was boys. We were talking about this in our 20s, 30s. Yeah, that's why I still rock with you. I don't rock with none of them niggas from high school. You the only one I'm cool with. And his other dude named CeeLo, I got to give him his props. He stayed in Birmingham with him, so he did see CeeLo. CeeLo was in school with him too. Y'all about the only two I know from back then that from my high school days that I'm still cool with. And a couple of college players that he cool with. See, I really didn't rock with a lot of them. We see each other, we're talking, you know, we get each other number. We don't really talk like that. We don't hang out. It's just, and it's nothing, it's funny, man, as a man, y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. You just don't have that many, because a lot of niggas do stab you in the back. A lot of niggas, they'll see you. Like my homeboy told me something, my other homeboy told me this. He said, man, all us played, he played football for Alabama State. He said, man, one of the teammates that they played ball with is married. They go over to his house with his wife. He got this, you know, real nice looking wife. His homeboy, he go in the back to take a bath. They about to go, so he said, man, you ain't know y'all was coming. He go in the back, he taking a bath. His homeboy walks up to the counter, pulls his dick out, and sits it on the counter in front of his wife. She at the kitchen. In the kitchen, the nigga she got on some shorts or something. He puts his dick right up in the crack of her ass while she this the type of stuff he was doing. They laughing. Both of them laughing. And apparently they didn't have sex. He told him when they left, yeah, man, I done knocked off a couple of times. Yeah, man, we be meeting up at the hotel. This supposed to be your boy you play ball with. That's how niggas do. So I get it. I get why you don't have a million. You ain't gonna be friends with all 30 of the niggas that you played ball with in high school or college. You not. You not, man. You gonna have about 2 or 3 dudes that rock that you vibe with. It's an unspoken rule. I'm not talking to any woman you ever talk to. Them the niggas I'm cool with. I don't care if y'all you had a phone number, y'all talk on the phone. She just a homie to me. She just a homie. I ain't gotta talk to you. That's how you move, that's how I move. We don't even gotta have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to take his HVAC training serious so he can level up. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Some people take it like, nigga, you think you better than me. That mindset. You think you something. This nigga think he too special. This nigga think this, nigga think that. It is what it is. It is what it is. The people that you're gonna rock with gonna be probably relationships you don't make till you're in your 30s and 40s. I met this dude, like I met Tice. I met Sir Tice in my 40s. I met Sir Tice at what's the name of that? At the Black Manosphere meetup. Me and him been cool. Certain people I meet people in YouTube. Because I told my wife, I was like, damn, if something happened to me, I wonder they gonna halfway not want to come to my damn funeral. Say, nah, a lot of people you cool with, students and people that you cool with would probably be there, but she know it ain't many dudes that go from way back in the day that I was tight with that I can depend on like that'll have my back, that'll be there for me in times when times get rough. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. So yeah, it just is what it is, man. When you tell about somebody that's a real partner that got your back, that's valuable. Don't take that for granted. Don't stab nobody over no money. Don't stab. It's more important than money. Friendship is more important than money. I know people don't think that. Let me tell you something. If you my nigga and we tight, you can file bankruptcy, not have no money, hit me up, and I got you. If I had to open up my door and let you, the one that died, right hand to God, this is exactly what happened. He was finna come up here. That's what made that one hurt so bad. My other homeboy that died about 4 years ago, he was finna come up to Atlanta from Montgomery and stay with us. He said he need to get his mind right. I told my wife, she's like, okay. Cause she knew him. She knew that's the homie. He cool. Yeah, I like him. He want to come up? Yeah, tell him to come on up. You know what I'm saying? If one of her friends need to come, I really don't care. Come on. I don't care. If I'm with you, if I'm rocking with you, I'm with you, I'm with you. If you trying to be there for a friend, somebody that you really cool with, that's down, that's the homie, if they in a situation and they need somewhere to stay, she was like, yeah, he can come on up here. He can get in the guest room. Thanks, sure can. He said he's gonna stay 3 weeks. He never came. And when he died, that was on my mind. Like, man, I should have got him up there, man. And I should have, just you gonna do that to yourself. They gonna say what you should have did. I still feel that way. That I probably could have helped him. I ain't know all this stuff he was going on. He was having drinking problems. I did not know that. So it is what it is, man. Life is short, bro. We got to stop taking stuff for granted. We take people for granted. Don't do that. Don't take life for granted. Don't take people for granted. Don't do it. You can be here today, gone tomorrow, and then you off into eternity. My boy gone. You know what I'm saying? He gone. I just, you always got somebody that's a phone call away. And then when they gone, it's like, it's like you done cut your arm off. That's how I feel. Like I done lost a limb. No, and obviously he lost one. But it just feel like, man, I've always, and when I found out he lost the limb, I knew he was twisted mentally. But when he was at the funeral, His cousin said, man, they was at the place where he was trying to learn the rehab, and he was telling other folks, man, we can do it. We can, man, look at me, I can do it. Look at me. And he's up there trying to encourage other people. That's how he was. This man on dialysis, they done cut his leg off. His mama just died. His wife cheating on him. He done got fired from his job. All this happened. And his heart just gave out. You know, you try to get them at LTV. Yep, I ain't trying to be funny, man. If they get mad about stuff, they probably ain't gonna quit. They're gonna quit, man. A lot of people that get into LTV quit. I'm not trying to knock anybody that life happens, because a lot of people fall off the horse and get back on. You're gonna fall off the horse. Get back on the horse. Real talk. Real talk, man. I talked to one of my homeboys. He told me he filed bankruptcy. Said the best thing he ever did in his life. Best thing he ever did in his life was file bankruptcy. He said, I made good money. He said, I was in between jobs. I filed. Got all that junk off. He said, man, a year and a half later, I could buy. I got a mortgage. I fixed all my credit was good. I was getting credit card offers. He said he got credit card offers like literally the week after he filed. Once he started filing, they started sending him credit card off because they shut all his other stuff down. He got new credit cards. So he changed his whole life around. That was the best thing he ever did, was drop it. So yeah, they gonna keep it on there for 10 years, but they ain't stopping me from doing nothing. Buying a new car, everything he wanted to do, he was able to do. But he just had some bad decisions he had made early in life. So that's what I'm saying. Life is it is what it is, bro. But just the stuff that my boy went through, I just wish he had to talk to me. The Bible says, cast your burdens and cares on one another. You should do that. That's a means of grace. They call it a means of grace. There are, what is it? I think it's 4 means of grace. I can't. Prayer, evangelism, fellowship, studying the Word of God. Those are the 4 means of grace. Those are the things that you stand on. You stand on the Word, you fellowship with your brothers and sisters, you share the gospel, and prayer. Those are the 4. You gonna cut one of them off? You cut fellowship off? No. You know, I like that movie, J.R. Tolkien, Fellowship of the Ring. That word fellowship, koinonia, fellowship. That's what it is. It's in Greek. Did a study on it. You know, you need it, bro. You need it. Iron sharpens iron. You need, especially as men, we need other mix, particularly godly, not just niggas trying to get you to do some dirt and go to the strip club and cheat on your wife and do. I'm talking niggas that's really gonna get you out here trying to push you to be greater, trying to push you to greater things. And you know right from wrong. You know if you got somebody in your life, that might not be the homeboy you spend as much time with. Your homie, the one that want to put you, get you out there in the dirt, that's the one you need to cut off. That's the one that want to get you out here chasing these hoes and doing this and doing that. But the one won't sit around on a Friday or Saturday night instead of hitting the club. He want to go, hey man, let's go to the bookstore. That's the one that died. That's my homeboy that just died. Me and him will go to the bookstore on a Friday. I come to Birmingham, his ass will throw me in the car on a Friday after he get off work. We riding all over Birmingham looking at houses. He telling me about all the development. Man, I've been looking at this, man. They gonna develop this. They gonna do this right here, man. And that's him. I look in his car. He got all shit. He done printed off and he's showing it to me. That's who he was. That's him. You know. And I just, you know, that's where I've been, bro. I just ain't been up to it, bro. I just have not been up to getting up here because I didn't realize how much it takes to really do these videos. A lot of times you got to have a certain level of vitality and life in you, and you got to have a certain baseline level of happiness on the inside, I feel. I ain't finna get up online and be all tearful and crying about I'm not finna do that. I'm not cut like that. Maybe that's because maybe that is pride. I'm not gonna show that side of myself. So, but I will admit it. I ain't ashamed to admit that it hurt. And it does. It did. I needed to take time to myself. I might probably start back next week or something. It depends. I'm working on this project. I need to get my ass back in here and get to work. But so let me get back to work. But I just wanted to come out here and let y'all know where I've been. I will be doing content again, but right now I'm in a real, I got a deadline I'm trying to meet with this project I'm on too. So I really, that coupled with what my boy did, I could have probably did some stuff at night. I don't care. I just don't be wanting to. I just don't be thinking like that. I be thinking about, damn, all my boy's hopes and aspirations gone. What he wanted for his son, gone. All the stuff he told me not too long ago, he was telling me what he gonna do with his son. He didn't get a chance to. Didn't get a chance to. That's you know, that's powerful, man. You gotta really know what what God got for you. You don't know when God gonna tell you to come on, man. You don't know. You don't know. I know everybody talk like that. Oh, well, yeah, everybody says that. No, I've seen it. Like, I got a front row seat to it. And I'm telling you, my homeboys, 2 of them dead. Didn't make it. Did not make it. That you thinking, we all think when we young, oh yeah, we gonna all be 85, 90 years old. Stuff has consequences. Eating bad has consequences. Sitting on your behind, not working out, has consequences. Not fasting, right? Fasting is very important. If you don't do nothing, fast. At least do that. Every day. It shouldn't be nothing for you to go 24 hours. It shouldn't be that hard. You should, if it come down to it, you should say, you know what, he ain't got to eat. I ate last night at 9 o'clock. I cannot eat again till 9 o'clock. If it come down to it, if I have to, I will. And I'm not going crazy. I don't get headaches. I don't, because I drink water. I just started drinking a lot more water. Interestingly enough, I got this little purple 64-ounce thing. I don't drink the whole gallon. I ain't gonna lie like that. But I do drink 64 ounces. I try to drink that every day. Always. If I go and I use the bathroom and it's not crystal clear, then I need to go get some more water. That's how I drink. I drink a lot. I try to drink it. I sit there in one sitting and pull down 32 ounces like that. I drink half that thing. Then later on in the day, I drink another half. That's something I can actually maintain. It's not about what it's to me, eating and being healthy and stuff like that, it's not about what you don't like. It's about what you can maintain, right? Yes, it's stuff I could do. I can go get the colon cleanse water thing. I've did that a couple of times, but I don't like it. So I figure I do what I know I'm gonna consistently do. I'm gonna consistently fast. I'm gonna consistently get in the sauna because I got one in my garage. I get in the sauna every day, right? Consistently. Try to get my heart rate up to 150 every day. It's just consistent. I try to, I've been drinking, I take a little drop of Himalayan salt, put it in my water. I take creatine every day, right? That's something I started doing because I looked at the health benefits. I'm just gonna take it. So that's what I do. I take a drop of that every day, about 5 ounces of that a day, every day. I do it. And I'm finna start getting into some trace minerals and some calm calcium mixed with magnesium. Start taking that. That's something I can consistently do. When I do eat, I'm gonna drink that in the middle. Right after I eat, I'm gonna drink that. Drink about 8 ounces of that mixed in every day. That's what I'm gonna do. Just something I know I'll consistently keep up with. I'm not gonna consistently eat no doggone, something that I don't want. Right? I take pills. Now that's something I do. I'm gonna tell you something I kind of took. I got like 10 bottles of these pills. What's the name of that pill that Frank Thomas got? What's the name of it? I can't even, man, I took that stuff. I could tell I really can't. I didn't think it worked because I was taking it, but I ain't feel nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't feel nothing. But I felt it in other areas. Let's put it like that. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even notice it. It's like, I said, let me take this. I got about 10 bottles of this stuff. I was on a subscription, never really used them, never took them because they stink. But one day I took like 2 of them. You're supposed to take 3, I took 2. And then I noticed it. I was like, well, damn. I didn't know they work. They actually Nugenics. That's it. That actually works. It really does. I got a bunch of bottles of it, so I ain't got to pay for it. I got a cabinet full of them. They just sitting in there. They probably expired, but I take them, you know. And I took 2 of them, and and I just noticed. I was like, whoa, I see what they talking about now, you know. Because weight-wise, lifting weights, and I couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't. I could tell the difference with TRT. I really could, but I don't want to just keep taking that. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't. I want to be natural. I just want to be just completely natural. I think I got back on it earlier this year because I was going to do a men's physique competition I was trying to get in. I'm going to just do natural, man. It is what it is. I might get back on the TRT for the contest prep, but after that, I'm getting off. And I'm just going straight like Nugenics or something. Just stay with the natural. That's just me. I don't want to be on that stuff for years. I don't. I was on it about 2-3 years. And I was repping 315. I had got up 315 bench. So for me, I was like, oh, it really worked. But at what cost, you know? So not that it's bad. I hadn't heard nothing real bad about TRT. I just, you know, but I want to take care of myself, bro. Now, I could die in a car accident today, you know, but what I'm saying is I'm going to take care of myself. You know, and I could still get sick, you know. So, but I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to do what I got to do, eat, exercise, and take care of myself. But that's what we got to do as black men. Take care of yourself and maintain those relationships with people, with brothers, man. You need them. It's important. It really is. And when you lose people like that, and you find yourself waking up 3 a.m, just like, it's the first thing on your mind when I wake up. Like, cause it's almost like you feel like you went through. When I found all this stuff out that he was going through, I felt so bad. I said, man, why he didn't tell me? Why he didn't tell me? And I found out his wife, I ain't know, that's kind of private, but why he didn't tell me all this stuff that was going on, man? I would have tried to help him, tried to encourage him, tried to pray with him, tried to something. I wouldn't have just not said something. I would have said something, man. So anyway, man, God bless y'all. Have a good one. I'll see y'all.